don't like me now. You know what I'm saying? Just because they don't like our bond and our chemistry. So
Let's say things get worked out between Jacquees and his fiance. Things are okay. She wants to have a conversation. You guys all get along, and they want you at the wedding. Are you going to the wedding?
oh no, because I haven't met her.
That ain't on me. How do I force you to meet somebody?
If any of his women feel like they don't have to respect me, then I don't have to be his friend. We can end the friendship if my respect is on the line. You know, I won't be disrespected. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I
that's
won't
fair.
be these slurs. I won't be none of that. So
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel where real women have real conversations and build real community. Deiondra Sanders has been crashing out on social media over Jacquees. Dej Loaf has responded, and a bunch of men are exposing text messages of how desperate these ladies are. We're going to talk about it and let's get into it. So, if you don't know, Deiondra Sanders is the daughter of Colorado Buffaloes head coach, who is also a former NFL star football player, Deion Sanders. Now, Deion Sanders has managed to stay relevant on social media through his inspirational posts, through being Colorado's head coach and winning a lot of games and just being real prominent in their success. And also, he is the host of a new podcast with Roxy Diaz, who was a former host on 106 and Park. Now, Deiondra Sanders and Jacquees started dating, and they are now engaged. Jacquees proposed to Deiondra, and they also have a 6-month-old son together, which is the first child for the both of them. The problem is that Jacquees is in a situation with Dej Loaf where he has collaborated with her on an album, and the album is called F Friend Zone Part 2. And in a lot of the music videos that is associated with the album, they are seen to be very close. There are a lot of sexual scenes, and they are looking booed up pretty much. And to me, they're just doing too much. And so Deiondra is having an issue with that. The fact that they are too close is too sexual, and I'm guessing that she feels like something deeper is going on between the two of them, other than them just having a business collaboration relationship. Now, both Jacquees and Dej Loaf deny this. They say that the relationship is strictly business. You know, all they're doing is working on the album. But again, she is feeling like there is something much deeper going on.
What is the situation with you and your fiance right now?
In my understanding, she don't really understand the entertainment industry. I think that's why you see like the outlashes on the internet and just different stuff like that. I think she probably do that to be heard or something.
Is there an issue with you and his fiance Deiondra, or no?
no, it isn't. I respect people's relationships, you know, but I also it's like, do y'all respect the friendship? I've been out the picture, you know, and I stay out the picture unless it's business. Like, we don't even hang out as much and do the cool that we used to do. So now it's, you know, it's respect. The females just never even take it to me for real. Or even if they did know me, they don't like me now. You know what I'm saying? Just because they don't like our bond and our chemistry. So
Let's say things get worked out between Jacquees and his fiance. Things are okay. She wants to have a conversation. You guys all get along, and they want you at the wedding. Are you going to the wedding?
oh no, because I haven't met her.
That ain't on me. How do I force you to meet somebody?
If any of his women feel like they don't have to respect me, then I don't have to be his friend. We can end the friendship if my respect is on the line. You know, I won't be disrespected.
And I can understand why she feels this way, because this is not the first time that Jacquees has been caught in between two women. I don't know if you know, but a little while ago, he was exposed for texting a rapper named Dreezy, whom he dated. And in those text messages, it was basically Jacquees stating to Dreezy that he didn't want to be with Deiondra. He didn't want her to have his baby. He wanted Dreezy to have his baby. And basically saying that he wanted to get back together with Dreezy. Now, Dreezy, she messy because she started this whole thing on Twitter when she posted that my ex being obsessed with me is so cute. And of course, Deiondra responded saying that, nobody is obsessed with you. You are delusional or whatever. Obsessed is sending your underwear over to somebody's crib. And it just blew up and went from there. They started going back and forth. And then Dreezy just hit the 1-2 combo. She's like, look, your man has been texting me talking about how he doesn't even want to be with you. He's calling you all these names. He's asking me to have his baby. He basically wants to get back together. And she's showing receipts. All of this, through messages going back and forth on Twitter. And so I can see why Deiondra is feeling insecure because at the time, pregnant by Jacquees, and they had been dating for a short while. And she was making it seem like, she wasn't going to put up with this. She was going to leave him, but she ended up staying. She ended up staying with him. I guess they decided to work it out. But that type of betrayal doesn't go anywhere. It stays with you, and you start to keep your eyes open because you don't know what's going to come next. And now he has another woman that, he says they both say that they never dated, but no one knows for sure. And he's engaged to Deiondra. Dej Loaf came out last year, and she had a whole girlfriend. But Deiondra feels like they are faking a relationship to sell this album. Other people, of course, they're throwing in their 2 cents. And that'll make anybody feel insecure. The fact that he was caught up in something once before, and now it seems like he's just too close to another woman. And you are not even allowed on set when they are working because he's saying and she's saying that your presence is making them uncomfortable. What do you mean? And that, of course, goes into what you are allowing in your relationship. If certain boundaries are being crossed, one, they need to be made known, which I don't think is an issue. I think Deiondra is making it known that she's not comfortable with the situation. But they're both like, we're going to do what we want to do anyway. And at that point, it is on Deiondra to make a decision. Is that something that she wants to put up with or not? Now, I can understand what she's going through because it's a tough spot. She just had a baby 6 months ago. I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not going to say I'm pretty sure, but most women are still in the thick of postpartum. And postpartum, the negative side of postpartum can bring up all these negative emotions. It can have you very paranoid. It can raise your anxiety and make you feel real insecure. And so when you have someone who didn't just have a baby, who looks a certain way, who is attractive around your man, of course it's going to bring up jealousy, envy, feelings of insecurity. And it's up to your man to then make you feel insecure and for y'all to talk it out and work it out amongst each other on how you can also feel more comfortable. It's not just about them feeling comfortable just because they're working together on an album. You are his fiance, so he should also be making sure that you are comfortable and secure in y'all relationship, because which is more important. But most men can't handle that. All these emotions that come up after a woman has a baby, most men can't handle it, and so they'll rather just be done with it. They would rather not deal with it, say you are disturbing their peace or whatever. I feel like that might have been what played into the whole Ms. Nikki and D'Angelo Ball situation, because she also has a newborn, and they apparently were going through a lot that caused them to break up and him to fall into the arms of another woman as well. So they just can't handle that range and that intense emotions. But at the same time, when you have a baby with someone, a certain attachment is formed, more so for the woman. I can't even really call it a bond. And you really don't know until you have a baby with someone, and that is with someone that you love. It's not the same when you have a baby with someone that you didn't know for a long time. Maybe, it was a one night stand. You didn't really mess with them like that and it just happened or whatever. It's different when you actually love the person and you saw a future with that person. You get pregnant by them and things just go sideways. It doesn't turn out the way that you thought it would. And so she's on social media, bringing up everything that's going on, saying that they're faking this relationship, that they're not respecting her and her wishes. They're, making her feel real insecure. She's even bringing the moms into it because she's saying that Jacquees' mother has something to say, and so she's attacking his mom, and it's just turning into a whole mess, a whole thing that shouldn't even be going on. You should not be attacking or saying anything about this man's mother. And that's basically what her father, Deondra's father, Deion Sanders, was also saying. Like, he did a video that he posted on Instagram where he sat down with Deiondra and was basically telling her to be quiet. Like, stop responding to everything. Stop letting these people get you out of your hookup, and just stay silent. Stay prayed up and just work on yourself. Just focus on yourself and stay out of the negativity.
How you doing, baby girl?
I'm good, Daddy.
You doing good?
Mm-hmm. I'm doing great.
We praying ourselves up, keeping ourselves full of the word.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear. I appreciate it.
I'm done letting people. I'm done.
Well, why do you allow yourself to be provoked?
Because people be playing with me.
Yeah, but you gotta learn how the greatest gift in the world that I possess is the ability to walk away.
I know. I need to learn that right now.
You gotta learn, baby, how to walk away and live and smile to see another day.
Just pray for me.
I always
Thank
pray
you.
for you. I pray for this little joker too.
And I do think Deiondra respects her father a lot, because in the video, she was saying that she was trying her best, but that people were playing with her and they basically weren't respecting her. But you can't force somebody to do anything. People are going to be people, and they're going to do people things. And the only thing that you can control is yourself and your actions. If somebody is disrespecting you and they're not respecting the boundaries that you have, it's up to you to decide how to move from there. Are you going to continue the relationship and deal with what's going on? Because more than likely they are not going to change. A lot of us women feel like we can get a man to change, whether that is through we changing things about ourselves, we trying extra hard, we being passive and letting things slide. We feel like if we just try hard enough, then hopefully things will change. But that's not the way that people work. You can't make anybody change. They're going to do what they're going to do, and all you can do is move accordingly. Are you going to sit there and continue to be disrespected, or are you going to put your foot down and say, no, either this is going to change, or I'm going to move over here and just focus on me and my baby? Now, this isn't the only situation where things have been getting kind of crazy between couples. For example, R.A. Fletcher and Moneybagg Yo, they've been on again, off again, on again, off again. And recently, her son posted a video on social media where he was showing a negative pregnancy test and basically saying that she don't need no baby and just being real grown. Like, I digress. But Moneybagg Yo also exposed some text messages between him and Ari where she was like, where you at? I want to see you. Like, I will get a private jet to come to you in order for you to get flued out to me. I want my man, da da da. Like, just real crazy. Like, and then for him to post the text messages, it's like just real cringy. Like, just real weird. But she's loving it, and it's like, how can you be with somebody that's willing to put y'all business out there like that, making you look crazy and desperate? And they are not the only ones. Like, AB posted some text messages between him and Keisha Cole. They ain't even dealing with each other like that no more, and he's exposing their private, intimate conversations. And that's just real weird that these women who are known women, who are getting money, they have established a name for themselves, they are of a certain status, are getting with these men who continue to disrespect them. And they're tolerating it, they're putting up with it. And that to me just says nothing but desperation. That they are desperate for somebody, anybody, instead of the right body, the right person for them, that is going to respect them, keep things private, and not abuse their trust. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's just, we could go into multiple different situations. Just a short while ago, it was Tamar and J.R. Robinson and that whole debacle. And I just feel like Tamar has been going downhill ever since she got divorced from Vince. Like, she lost her job at The Real, and then they were going through the divorce. And ever since then, it's just been one thing after another. She's been having really bad mental health issues, just crashing out, spazzing out, burning bridges with everybody. Now she's trying to rekindle a lot of those relationships, with her sisters, with her former co-stars and friends and stuff. But I feel like Vince was really good and pivotal in her career, because while she was married to Vince, before she was married to Vince, she was trying to be a star for a long time. I mean, her sister is Toni Braxton. But it wasn't until he came into the picture, became her producer, and helped her produce that album, plus getting her that job on The Real, that she really started to flourish. And I don't know if all of that fame just started getting to her head and she just started tripping or what. But that marriage ended, and it was like her career ended at the same time. And I hated that for her. I feel like Tamar was a lot of drama. A lot of the time she was starting stuff. She was the reason that a lot of bridges was getting burned. She was constantly attacking people, attacking her family, just coming up with issues that weren't really a problem. But again, now she's starting to, try to work things out with her family and everything. But her relationships just haven't been so good. Like, I think she had got married again to some guy, and that was a whole mess. That didn't even last long. And then she got with JR, and that was just a whole mess. Like, and she met him on a reality show, and he basically was trying to get away from her. I just feel like Tamar really needs to be alone and really focus on herself. I think that she has a lot of guilt and resentment towards not only herself, but her family. And she really needs to work those different feelings of regret and resentment out. Learn to love herself and be okay with who she is and who she is not. That can be the hardest thing for some people, is accepting who they are not, who they will never be, what is not meant for them. As bad as they want it, for some reason it's just not meant for them. And so I think that she needs to go through therapy, deal with those different thoughts and emotions, and come out on the other side healed before getting into another relationship, because she's just going to keep picking the wrong one. And that is why knowing your worth is so important. When you know your worth, you're going to pick better. You're going to pick the right one. You're not going to pick, someone who is disrespectful, a hot mess, got multiple women around them. And even if you do pick that type of person, once they are exposed and you peep what's going on, you're not going to stay and put up with it, because you understand your worth. You understand that you have something that any man would just, they want it so bad. And it would be so beneficial for you to be next to somebody. You are wife material. Not everybody knows how to appreciate that. And that is why knowing your worth is so important. Stop chasing men who don't like you. From now on, let's only go after, not even go after, let's only deal with and date the people who like us for us. It's okay to, change some things, level up some things, influence each other. Maybe you didn't know something before and a way is better. But you shouldn't be changing the whole core of who you are for somebody else. If that person doesn't like you for who you are internally, like at your core, who you really are as a person, not who you are as a celebrity or as a personality or an influencer or for your money or anything, but for you. That's who you should be focusing on dating, not going after people who don't really like you and that you have to chase, thinking that you're going to be able to change them, because you're not. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. Make sure that you like this video and you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.